Hello, Mr. Prager. Thank you for taking my call. It's an honor to speak with you, sir, as always.
Thank you.
Um, I just wanted to ask, I'll try to be as concise as possible. I've been a police officer for 16 years. I've spoken to you a few times now. And my parents, they fled the Soviet Union, and I was born in Canada. I was always grateful to this country and to the West for the opportunities, and I wanted to serve my country. I served overseas twice, peacekeeping in Afghanistan and Ukraine, and I've dedicated my life to service, and I'm having a very tough time right now. I lead about 22 officers on the job, and we're all very fearful every day we come into work now. It's never been this bad. We're fearful that either we're going to lose our lives or that a 10-second clip will label us a racist and our lives will be ruined another way, in probably another terrible fashion. And I'm struggling with my own family that they don't support me publicly. They support Black Lives Matter for the most part, and when I try to communicate to them the ideologies that they hold and the life experience that I have dealing with that organization, they tell me that we'll just have to agree to disagree, and I find myself feeling very distant from them and very hurt by that lack of support because they know who I am, they know the character that I have and that my colleagues have, and I'm just asking and reaching out to you.
Are you married?
I'm not. I have a girlfriend, and her family and her are extremely supportive of me, and they're kind of my lifeline.
So,
actually.
okay.
Them and you, sir.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be that. Is she marriageable material, to put it bluntly?
She's divorced, has a 10-year-old child. We're both strong Christians. My father is Jewish, but at this time,
what
she's
prevents you from getting? Oh, she's afraid of getting married.
She's afraid.
Why?
I'm open to it.
Why is she afraid?
Because of her past experience.
Mm-hmm. Ask her. Well, since you listen so avidly, you might know my response to that.
The driving.
Yes.
The driving, right?
Have you asked her that?
Yes. Not yet, sir. We've only been together for about 4 months. It's been she's been, again, a lifeline to me, but I'm finding it very difficult to actually be close to my family now. I find myself withdrawing, and
yes, you are.
I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Well, but don't. See, this is interesting. I was blessed by God or nature with shock absorbers. These things, one of the things that I have always known is the unimportance of blood. And so that has protected me from any hurts that would be within family life. I'm not saying I have many wonderful, obviously, family members. I want to make that clear. But I've had that as well. But I was prepared for it because I knew that blood doesn't mean a damn thing. Everything is values. And, if you've seen my fireside chats, I did one on blood just a couple of weeks ago. And I think it's an eye-opener, especially to young people, that values are so much more important than blood. So you could withdraw. What you should do now is just be I don't want you ever to sever relations with family, obviously. Now in my opinion, for what it's worth, and apparently it's worth a lot to you, so I say this with some humility, but I would not raise these issues. I would be aware I am not that close to them as I would like to be. C'est la vie, as you folks would say in Canada. And then I find kindred spirits, which was the theme of my happiness hour, outside of my family. And it's unbelievably helpful. And I hope you get married. And that'll really answer the problem. Because imagine, this should make your day. Imagine if you were married to somebody who had contempt for your views.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you. I hope we meet one day. It's unique. Talk radio is unique. It's really something. I never lose sight of the good things of my life and of your life. It's great for you, talk radio.